Oh, what's up? Ha! I ain't gotta cook. I still got a big old side left. Yeah. Let me read this right fast. What is protein? And how do somebody get protein if they don't eat no flesh? I don't know. Well, whatever. Anybody ever seen somebody in the hospital suffering from protein deficiency due to eating plants? Nope. I ain't never seen no gorilla in the hospital. Anyway, quote from the book of Psalms. Our Creator rained on them manna to eat and gave them the grain of heaven. Even when our Creator fed us, it wasn't flesh. Plants are nature's alchemists. Plants literally conjure the stuff of life out of thin air, water, and CO2. Plants manufacture use nothing but sunlight. Take nitrogen out of the air, transform it into amino acids, which create tissues of all living things. Carbohydrates, CHO, are plant-derived compounds made up of elements carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. Plants take carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, combined with water, turn it into 5 and 6 sugar molecules using energy of the sun, ribose and glucose, the carbon backbones, from sugar molecules used by plants as starting points for manufacturing amino acids that make all protein. 5 carbon sugars are called pentoses, 6 carbons are hexoses. All living things start off as a carbohydrate. Amino acid synthesis. Plants take in carbon dioxide through its leaves. The atmospheric nitrogen will eventually be incorporated into new amino acids, enters through the plant's roots. Also works with bacteria to break the nitrogen molecule, turns to NO3 or ammonium ion that incorporates into amino acids. Symbiotic bacteria in the soil, working in concert with the plants, they break apart the N3 molecule and chemically reduce nitrogen atoms to NO3 or NH4, which are formed into a new amino groups, and new synthesized amino acids are then formed to new proteins, are then joined to form new protein. Proteins are made up of individual building blocks called amino acids. There are 20 amino acids that make up protein of all beings, plants, and animals. Humans make 8, 9 if a baby coming from the mommy's milk. Babies can't make taurine or taurine. It's supplied in the mommy's milk. 9 are called essential amino acids, and the others are called non-essential amino acids. Amino acids, nitrogen and the amino acids come from atmospheric nitrogen gas, N2. Nitrogen gas is one of the most inert, unreactive substances known. Atoms are triple bonded together. Only plants working in concert. Okay. Non-essential amino acids, tyrosine, proline, glycine, cysteine, asparagine, arginine, serine, glutamine or glutamine, glutamic acid, alanine, aspartic acid. Protein and carbohydrate metabolism. Proteins become enzymes, hormones, or neurotransmitters. Excess protein converted into carbohydrate, amino group, and sulfur are removed as waste products. Urea and sulfuric acid, both of which must be excreted by the kidney. Example, if we eat 50 grams of protein and only need 35, the rest turns to the carbon backbone, which is carbohydrates, can be burned as energy, structure, cellular components, carbon backbones for amino acids, or stored in the form of glycogen, animal starch, that's glycogen. If glycogen pools are full, then and only then will it go into fat cells. Our bodies don't like to turn carbs into fat because fat has more energy than carbs. So it has to put the energy into the carbohydrate molecule. carbohydrate. In order to turn into fat, requires a lot more energy, about 25%. Rather than doing that, the body will force you to burn that carbohydrate off. So when eating a lot of simple carbs, the body gets a sugar rush, causes the body, because the body is trying to burn it off rather than store it. Dr. Greger said our body dumps about 90 grams of protein in our digestive tract, breaks it down, recycle amino acids. Where does that protein come from? Every day the lining of our digestive tract is sloughed off and digested and reabsorbed. Our bodies can't store protein. Eating a lot of steak, meat, high recycled protein, it does us no good. All protein not utilized for homeostatic purposes is stripped of its nitrogen and sulfur and converted into carbohydrates. Excess animal protein is deleterious to our skeleton, because the sulfur that's in animal protein gets converted into sulfurous acid, not sulfuric, which will melt us, but sulfurous. So our body has to buffer that acid, so it will dissolve phosphate from our bones to buffer that and neutralize it. So excess dietary animal protein is metabolized to acid, which causes calcium loss in urine and weakens bone, causing and contributing development of osteoporosis. High meat protein diets are associated with an elevated risk of kidney stones. Plant proteins are buffed by phosphate, therefore don't cause excess acid production or significant calcium loss when metabolized to carbohydrates, and haven't been shown to increase risk of osteoporosis in women. Women on plant-based life have a higher bone and mineral density before and after menopause versus women who eat anything with a heartbeat. Major determinants of protein utilization. Adequate protein intake recommended is 0.5 half a gram to 0.8 per gram per kilogram a day. That's enough. If you take more, it's not utilized and comes out in a pee. If you don't take enough energy, instead of using the protein for building tissue, our body will burn it for energy. Example, if you try and build a cabin in the woods in Alaska, but you didn't get enough wood for the room to fire the wood burning stove, are you going to take the little wood you have to finish the room, or keep the fire going to stay alive? We're going to stay alive. Same thing with our body. Adequate intake of amino acids over a 24 to 48 hour period, strict protein complementing at each meal ain't necessary. Exercise regularly helps body utilize proteins more efficiently. If working out, do we need extra protein? No, we need extra energy. At baseline, we already getting twice enough protein anyway. Increase energy, increase protein. No protein drinks. They are dairy based, whey, and casein powder. No protein drinks. They are dairy based, whey, and casein powder. But if you really need a protein drink, use pea protein powder. If running a marathon, do you need protein or energy? You need more fat, and fat gives us energy to spare the protein to be used as protein. Fat/energy on a plant-based living, get it from coconut oil. Animals get protein from plants, so plant protein is best for all. People need protein increase if we are sick. When sick or in a bad accident, you need more protein. Protein can't be burned as protein. It gets turned into carbohydrates. Animal protein is linked to heart disease, cancer, prostate, breast, colon, pancreas, diabetes, osteoporosis, prone disease, Alzheimer's, dementia, high blood pressure, hypertension, strokes, exacerbation/acceleration of kidney failure and kidney stone, dysentery, foodborne illness. Animal protein, both flesh and dairy, is a potent cancer promoter in non-nursing humans. Studies suggest putrefaction of animal protein in the human colon releases toxins that exacerbate ADHD and possibly mood and behavior disorders. The amino acid composition of animal protein raises blood levels of homeocysteine. Plant proteins don't raise homeocysteine levels. Homeocysteine has been shown to damage human blood vessels and increase risk for heart disease, stroke, Alzheimer's, osteoporosis, hurts bones and brain as well. When do animals get protein? When they are babies. Herbivores, mammals should only be exposed to animal protein during early infancy. When they are rapidly growing, animal protein is a potent growth signal to herbivores. If herbivores are exposed to animal protein during adulthood, they activate oncogenes that can stimulate abnormal growth and can lead to tumor development and cancers. Because as adults, our cells don't need to grow, so we don't need animal protein or dairy. It stimulates cancer cells. If someone uses too much propane to heat up the home, it blows up. Same thing if we take too much protein to stimulate cancer genes. Plant-based is the healthiest. Some myths: can't get enough adequate protein on the plant-based diet. Live it, because nothing dies. Plant proteins ain't complete. Calcium is too hard to get eating plant-based, and it's difficult to build muscle plant-based. Them straight myths. Ask a gorilla. Ask the elephant. Beef, pork, lamb causes more cancer, heart disease than other animals like chicken and fish. Animal protein turns on growth genes called THÉ genes and increase levels of growth hormones in herbivores. THÉ, which is defined as function as master regulatory genes for cell proliferation growth. THÉ stands for target of rapamycin, which was created when they started transplanting kidneys. They came up with rapamycin to prevent organ rejection. Found out it caused skin cancer to regress. In the enzyme system, they realized it was THÉ genes. Listen, man. All the animals get their protein from plants. And all the animals we eat. And we say we getting protein, we getting second-hand, third-hand protein. Yeah. All we saying is, do what the animals do, especially the ones with the teeth like me and you. You hear me? The hippopotamus is the most dangerous animal on the safari, not the lion. The lion respect the biggest animals. Why? Because don't know one king or queen, feline, or alpha male go out there and take down a whole giraffe, a whole elephant, they don't even really try the hippopotamus unless they catch a baby lacking, you hear me? But they go at them 9, 10, 8, 3, 4, 5 deep, not one. That's how you know they got respect for them. They like, nah, we gonna come back when we squad it up. You hear me? That's how you know they got respect. And guess what? The frugivores, herbivores, they don't gotta go hunting for their food. They just go frolicking. Gorillas just be in the jungle like this. Ooh, berries. Rhinos. You would think they kill with that bone on their nose. No, they don't. They crack open watermelons too. You hear me? And you hear that crunch? Amino acids getting built. It's called protein.